Thank you, March.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Anything else, let me know.
I will.
Bye, chat.
Lads! Fucking hell, lads! We're in London. That's right. We're live, we're fucking alive, and we're in London. It's the hotel streaming it. It's the fucking hotel streaming it. It's Wednesday, May 10th, 2023. Right? And I've been eating fucking absolute gobshite for the past fucking few days. For the past 24 fucking hours, lads. I've been eating absolute fucking shite. It's been raining. The internet is shit. Can't understand a fucking thing people are saying to me. And ultimately, things are going to be fucking alright. Because you know what? We're in fucking England, bruv. That's right. And we're doing a fucking heist. Yeah, I got Tony Choo-Chone. I got Mauricio. We're out here. We're doing a fucking heist on a Wednesday. It's not a Tuesday. I wasn't live Tuesday. It doesn't matter. It's fucking Wednesday. We're live. We're broadcasting. We got 6,000 fucking bit rate, lads. Woke up last night at 1:40 fucking AM. Doesn't even matter. Haven't slept yet. Doesn't matter at all. We're doing a fucking robbery. Alright? We're doing a pinching. Who's the fucking wheelman, you say? Austin. That's right. He's the fucking wheelman. We're not getting out of here alive. Alright? Alright, it's Wednesday. This is part of the broadcast where I tell you a little bit about my personal news, about what's going on in my life. And let me tell you something, guys. Once again, I take a fucking day off and holy shit, all hell breaks loose, okay? But, you know, we'll get to all of that in a little bit. Before we get to all of that, I hope the music's not too loud. The audio is hard to adjust to. Anyway, listen, lads, let me tell you a fucking story about a journey, alright? Let me fucking tell you a little bit about what I've been up to, right? Fucking hell, innit? Fucking hell. I'm in fucking London. How did I get here? What the fuck is going on? Who knows? What are we doing then? Alright, I'll turn off the fucking music, right? Turn off the fucking tunes. Flight was about fucking 8 hours, lads. 8 fucking hours, right? 9 hours. It's delayed. All of a sudden, shit's getting fucking worse. Alright, I'm in fucking Londonistan. And before I got to fucking Londonistan, there's another person who's doing a fucking shoot with Gymshark, yeah? It's a British brand. And they were kind enough to say, hey, Hasanabi, we'll set up for you. We'll make a fucking setup for you. I thought to myself, nice. Fucking hell. I'll take a free setup. It's usually very hard to do one of these fucking streams out here in a fucking studio. Without a studio. Yeah, turns out it's in fucking Birmingham. So we go out there to fucking Birmingham. Absolutely out in a fucking pines, yeah? So far away from fucking any kind of metropolis. I'm in fucking Brummies. Right? What am I, the fucking Peaky Blinders, lad? What the fuck am I doing in Birmingham? What is this, the order of the fucking Peaky Blinders? What am I doing? I'm not Thomas fucking Shelby, am I? No. So I fucking go out there, right? Staying in a fucking Tampa, Florida, fucking England, right? I go out there to the fucking campus. They tell me, you can't fucking stream after 5 p.m. I said, are you fucking mental? Are you having a fucking laugh? Are you out of your fucking mind, mate? What's going on? 5 p.m. England time. You know what that means. 5 p.m. England time is my cap. That's not... No one's up at my fucking time in America. Fucking hell. I said, you're having a fucking piss, mate. We're not doing this shit. Took the fucking train. Came all the way down to fucking London. Alright? It's 6:30 p.m. here. Okay? That story is true. Although I did do some fun stuff. I took a train, which is awesome as always. Okay. That was great. Oh, God, I love trains so much. Anyway, I went to the Gymshark campus because, they were like, oh yeah, we'll set you up, it's fine. You can stream out here. And they have like this sick ass setup. And I thought to myself, fine, sure, fuck it. It's Birmingham. How far could it be? England is tiny. Turns out, and I did not know this, Birmingham is like 3 hours away from London. Okay, by car. It's an hour and 30 minutes by train because trains are goated. It's the best form of transportation. Everybody knows this. But it's like 3 hours away by car from London. It's like in fucking bumfuck nowhere. Might as well go to fucking Glasgow. The fuck is this? Anyway. You after one night in Birmingham?
Just woke up in a fucking steaming mood, yeah? Because I live in a shithole. Do you know what I mean? Birmingham is a fucking shithole. I hate the fucking place. I fucking hate it. It's full of dickheads. I fucking hate it.
It's true though. Like, I mean,
Just woke up in a fucking steaming mood, yeah? Because I live in a shithole. Do you know what I mean? Birmingham is a fucking shithole.
It fucking is, lad. It fucking is. It is basically the fucking Tampa, Florida of like England. There's just nothing going on. It's an industry town, yeah. Fucking hell. It's fucking bullshit, lads. You go to an underground drum and bass show in London? No. Mate, my fucking mum, mate. She's missing you, mate. Yeah, don't worry. I'll give her a fucking shag when I'm back. Give her a bit of a two-time, if you know what I'm fucking mean. She knows what I mean. Right, Barbara? If you're watching, I'll be back, lad. I'll give her a fucking bit of a drum and a bit of a bass, if you know what I fucking mean. Anyway, I'll shag your mum, lad. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, day in the life of a true Brexit geezer. Yeah, go to a rave and take Ket. It's tradition. Yeah, I'm good. So, yeah, dig out your mums. Where the fuck was I? I feel bad for the room next door. They're going to hear you tearing up grey names and unhinged QTs in the wildest interpretation of the English language. Yeah. So, I don't even know where to begin. Okay? A lot has happened. A lot has gone by. As time passes, everything changes and some things stay the same. What do I mean by that? Hassan, you sound very poetic. What does that mean? Well, I'll tell you what that means. That means that, of course, as is tradition, if I take one day off due to the fact that I can't fucking stream because the streaming facility is like, hey, we have to shut this off at 5 p.m. Greenwich time, which would literally, like, they were like, yeah, you can stream here in this beautiful setup that we put out for you, specifically in this private room in this awesome facility from 9 a.m. British time, okay, to 5 p.m. British time, which means like the exact opposite time. Like, that's the time where I sleep. Okay, that's the time zone where I sleep. That's the time zone where you sleep. So I unfortunately couldn't do it on Tuesday, which is fucking bullshit because I really wanted to be live on Tuesday from London. I thought it would have been fucking nice, if you know what I mean. So, you know, I couldn't do that. And of course, what is the tradition there? I don't stream for one day, and all hell fucking breaks loose. So much has happened. So much has happened in the short period of time that I was not live, okay? Donald Trump and the E. Jean Carroll civil defamation and sexual assault court case came to a conclusion. Trump is liable for many, many dollar dues. George Santos, our gay king, is under arrest for being gay. That's literally the truth. Don't even ask me. Don't come in here and act like he's not under arrest for being gay. That's the real reason. The federales are after him. Tucker Carlson said he's back and he's going to be more annoying than ever before. All of this stuff happened, and it happened because I wasn't live. So I'm sorry for not being live yesterday. I apologize. But we're fucking back. Okay? We're back. And what can I say? What can I tell you? What has happened in my own personal life while all this stuff was happening in the real world? First and foremost, before we even get into that, I'll just say this. I am going to be very aloof. I am probably going to come across as careless. I'm probably not going to make a lot of sense. Hopefully I'll be able to craft sentences together. That is because I'm running on a collective, I would say, like a liberal 4 or 5 hours of sleep in the past 48 hours. I have never been ass fucked by jet lag as hard as I have been this time around. I'm a very experienced traveler normally. I'm able to keep myself up. I'm able to, do the crack cocaine thing. And normally I'm fine by the first day. I mean, I went to fucking Japan and I was fine. You know what I mean? I went to Japan where the time difference was significantly more severe than here, and I was fine. And I'm not fine in London. London has fucked me up. England has fucked me up. So, it really fucked me up big time. Arrived. Thought to myself, oh, maybe I'll do an IRL stream in Birmingham Tuesday morning for you. I was wrong. The IRL stream never happened because I didn't really sleep that much on the plane. And then I passed out immediately at 9, thinking to myself, oh, it's okay. You know, I go to sleep at 9. I'll wake up at like 5, 6. I'll have the whole day ahead of me. I'll work out. I'll do a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, I was wrong. I went to sleep at 9. And I woke up at 1:47. Exactly. I'll give you down to the minute. I woke up at 1:47. And if you think I went back to sleep since then, you'd be wrong. That's right. I was wide awake at 1:47, and I haven't slept yet. A.M. 1:47 a.m. I went to bed at 9 p.m., woke up at 1:47 a.m., and I have not gone to bed since. And I am doing everything I can. It's 6:38 right now. I'm going to do everything I can to give you guys some good-ass fucking, streaming time, because there's a lot to talk about. I'm going to do everything I can in my power as I humanly can to stay awake. This is a fun experience for both of us, you know what I mean? It'll be fun for you to watch me try to stay awake, and it'll be it'll be fun for me to try and stay awake while I'm live. So trust me on this. Eat at London mealtime, even if not hungry. This will help enormously. Maybe. Hold on. So yeah. What else? I will not be able to I probably will not be able to do two things at the same time like I normally would be, because my brain is operating at like 10%. I'll just say it like that. I'm at 10% right now. I'm going to blast off real quick. I take 1 day off and all hell breaks loose. Trump is liable for defamation, sexual assault case. George Santos arrested for being gay. Tucker Carlson is back and more. I'm in London. Get in now. Anyway, couple fun things happened though. So I'll just begin there. Here it is. Here's the fucking blast off link to all the Oi Bruvingtons. Why can't I click on a fucking tweet? Jesus Christ, just send it. There it is. I'm in the fucking UK, bro. So first and foremost, I actually did something that I wanted to do. I did a little bit of arts and crafts. I filmed the process as well, and I think you guys will like it. So the Gymshark facilities are incredible. And I was able to sneak into the sewing part of the Gymshark facilities. Have you been attacked by a swarm of turfs yet? Yes, actually. I will talk about that too in a second. Hold on. And I took the camera bag that March had, and I put holes in it, and I turned it into an IRL backpack. So I have a new IRL backpack now. It's a little bit heavy. I'm working on trying to find a more like a better solution to that. I will tell you my Turf Island story in a second. I'll give you one good story, one bad story. So it took a lot for us to figure out exactly how to possibly make this stream happen. I think a lot of people take it for granted, but they don't realize like this shit is actually really difficult. Like being able to stream. If you want to know what my stream setup is, it's the classic Hasanabi hotel stream setup. I got the TV. The big ass TV is my second screen basically right here. I got March's camera. That's why I'm looking crisp as fuck. And I'm using March's laptop. But we had to find a microphone. We had to find a microphone. We had to find Ethernet, which we were able to, luckily, in this hotel room. It's a unique circumstance. And we had to get a couple like electronic things, right? So what did we do? We, of course, looked at the British Best Buys. And if you know anything about, my experience overall with Best Buys, I've talked about this before. Anytime I go to a Best Buy, it's a lock. There's going to be at least like 1 to 2 Hasanabi heads in there. No matter what. It can be anywhere on the fucking planet. Any Best Buy on the fucking planet, it's on site. There's a Hasanabi head working there. What's the British Best Buys? Curry's, lads. Fucking Curry's. So we go to Curry's. And much to my surprise, I'm talking to this dude. And he's like explaining it to me. He's like, yeah, we don't really have any fucking ring lights here, bruv. Sorry. And then he looks up and he goes, oh my days. You're the guy. And then another dude is looking from afar and he's like looking over at me. And he also runs over. He's like, oh my God. We had Hasanabi heads in the fucking building, dude. So that was the fun part. It's fucking Hasanabi at the Currys, bro. Yeah. Currys don't hold stock even though they are in warehouses. Yeah. So that was the fun story. The turf story, the not so fun story, was I'm sitting in the lobby of the hotel waiting for fucking Austin to finish his reservation. One of like the bellboys that, you know, takes your luggage up is like sitting behind me or standing behind me, and he's like talking to me. He's like, "So what do you guys do?" I was like, "Oh, we're Twitch streamers." He's like, "Oh yeah, nice. What kind of stream? You know, how many concurrents?" Like he was like aware of the platform, right? He's like, "Oh, you know, around 30K." It's like, "Oh, nice." So what do you do? You play video games? I'm like, "No, I talk about politics actually." It's like, "Oh yeah, who do you do that with?" And I was like, "Well, you know, I'm trying to do that with Jeremy Corbyn, trying to do that with Mick Lynch, you know." And he's like, "Oh yeah, I know Jeremy Corbyn." I was like, "Oh, nice." And almost instantly, once I said I was doing politics, he turns around and he goes, a little bit quietly, he goes, "So you talk about female issues?" So you talk about female issues? I was like, "What?" Like, yeah, I talk about female issues. Like, yeah, sometimes. Like, what do you mean? He's like, "You know, when men think they're women, female issues like that. You talk about when, you know, men act like women, they think they're women." And it was so out of pocket. I was a little shocked, I'm not gonna lie. Like he just casually was just so, like, why is that on the top of your mind, man? What the fuck? Who thinks that? You say politics in America, no American is immediately gonna be like, unless they're an absolute fucking freak, no American's first question to you, politically speaking, is gonna be like, "What about them trans though, brother?" You know what I mean? It was wild. It was shocking. Apparently, he asked March if March was a streamer as well, and the first thing he asked March was, "So you know that Andrew Tate guy?" It is odd though. It was like an NPC interaction. Like, it was wild. Yeah, not only was he like oh, how did I respond to that? It was like, "Yeah, I talk about trans issues from time to time." That's what I said. Because how the fuck are you supposed to respond to that in the real world? You know what I mean? Um, no debates in the lobby. Or if you drank any bubble water, no, I haven't drank any bubble water because I'm not a fucking pussy, lad. I only drink regular still water. None of that fucking bubbly shit. What am I, Andrew fucking Tate? Yeah. No. No. Only still water for me. You're in the UK, so I think the appropriate response should have been stabbing him. That's another funny story. I'm getting into the first hotel I'm staying at in Birmingham last night, and the guy was a Hasanabi head. Like, the receptionist was a Hasanabi head, which he was like very shocked that I had materialized in front of him in a random fucking hotel in Birmingham. He was like, "What the fuck?" But he was like, "Yeah." I asked him, like, "What do you do around here? Like, what do you do at night or whatever?" He's like, "Well, you know, there's like Resort World." The fuck is that? I don't know. And And he was basically like, yeah, I would just stay away. I would like he tried to make it seem like Birmingham is like a scary place. he was like yeah, I'd steer clear of like certain parts of Birmingham. And I was just thinking to myself, like, yeah, no. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, they do stabbings out here, right? And I thought to myself, I'm like, bro, I'm from America. Like, the fuck do you mean? Like, dude, I'm not even kidding. Like, I was thinking, like, it is infinitely more dangerous to go to 7-Eleven in any American city than it is to be in Birmingham. No, though he was right. I don't believe it. I don't give a fuck. I'll fucking shank yous, lad. I'll fucking shank yous. I'll tell you this much. Physically, I was the closest I've ever been to Liverpool, and it felt great. Okay? I did genuinely consider, instead of going down to London, maybe I should just keep traveling north and just find myself in fucking Liverpool. Fucking Liverpool. Go see the Orange Ladies? No, there's plenty of them in Birmingham too. British women are so funny. Like, British men are so funny as well. British men and British women have like one archetype. It's hilarious. They either have the high and tight with like kind of a mullet, okay, and they wear technical shit like Nike techies. Those are the men. Or the women are like orange as fuck, platinum blonde with the highlights. And just like, I don't know how else to describe it. They're just like they have very interesting haircuts. USA has more stabbings than UK, by the way, per capita. Of course it does. These motherfuckers don't understand. They think like, oh, some people got stabbed. It's really dangerous in the UK, lad. It's like, nah, trust me. You're seeing the worst of this country. Listen, I've been to England a bunch. London is fine. It's all right. I like Brighton. That's it. That's all I got. Are you going to Luton? Fuck no. I'm not going to Luton. But yeah, going to Birmingham is like coming to America for the first time and going to Ohio. First of all, this is not my first time. So, I know. Are you in England for the coronation? Yes. Yes, I'm in England for the coronation. Wait, no announcement? What do you mean? I posted it on fucking Twitter. What do you want from me? I posted it on Twitter. Hold on, I'll put it on. I'll put on that I'm live on my Instagram too. Chatter's asking me for a fucking kayak cam. I'm in the UK, man. How the fuck would I be able to do that, Chatters? Also, don't even bring that up. I'm so sad. I miss her so much. I almost cried. Like, I teared up a little bit. Yeah, I left her alone. Yeah, I left her alone, dude. I just left some food out and I was like, you can figure it out. Yeah, that's how dogs work, right? You just like kind of leave them alone. She'll manage. Um, what? If you manage to make it back stateside this weekend, I know the best place for you to visit. What the hell? There's gonna be more bush light than teeth at this place. What is this even? What is going on?
Heard you Kentucky bitches think you can fight.
Four-wheelers don't make you bad, Vic. This makes you fucking bad. Ooh, come get you some, Shania Stewart. Ooh, boom. That's what's gonna happen. You're gonna be KO. Boom. By the time I get done with you, it's gonna be boom, 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 KO. See you little bitches, May 13th. Whiplash. Boom. Come on.
Redneck Brawl, Country Roads Throwdown, live on Fight. 30 fights. Chatter, this has 1 retweet and 1 like. How did you find this? Are you one of the people in the video? What the fuck is this? Is this your event? Are you the guy? Oh. Anyway. I digress. Keep this camera angle set up when you get home. No. So, a lot happened. A lot happened in the country. A lot happened in the world, and we're going to get to all of that. I have some peri peri chicken inside of my body right now, and it's working its way through my body. Thank you to Macy's for the fat playlist. News out of Oibrovland. What? Oh, what? What the fuck is this? Nah, that's a ban, I think, right? Just take a day off. Cool off, dude. Stop clicking our links. Yeah, literally. It's the worst. I hate that baby voice shit so much. Mao is back. Apparently, yeah, that's another. I'm happy for him, really. Hey, brother, man, notice you are sounding a bit different. Is there any way you can make it sound just like you are at home? God bless. Oh, shit, dude. My bad. No, let me grab my SM7B real quick and my Roadcaster. Let me just do that. Fuck, man. I'm so tired, dude. How am I gonna do this? How am I gonna survive? I can see the grays on your head. I have some grays right here. That's it. Just like right here. And on my beard too. Fuck. Look, the reality is I'm super tired, but I had to do it to him. You know what I mean? I had to do it to him. This is, by the way, this is the funniest. I was so invested in taking a video of this train, so excited that I was about to get on it, that I did not notice that March took a photo of me and then posted it on Twitter, which is fucked up. Okay, I don't think you're not supposed to do that. That's a little ableist. Okay. Oh, that's great. Let's make fun of the train guy. Okay, he's excited to get on a train and he's taking a video of it. What's up? What's the problem? And now you guys are making fun of me too. Oh, you look like Dora the Explorer. Okay. Yeah, it's the new stream backpack. Speaking of the train guy, look who met the Royals. Francis did.
Have you ever found yourself at Tottenham Court Road Station, wanting to go eastbound, and the train you're wanting to get is ready to go? Well, me too. Pretty much every time.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Hi.
Very nice to meet you.
Hi, how you doing?
Hi, nice to meet you. I hope you enjoy the Elizabeth line.
Yeah, been good.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Cheerio.
Yeah, he's definitely a Tory, bro. I mean, the motherfucker's last name is literally Bourgeois, dude. Not a word on the strikes, but bending over for William. Yeah. What the fuck is this man doing? Robert Downey Jr. looking unrecognizable as a Mexican in Jamie Foxx's All-Star Weekend. Okay. He can do it. He's got range, man. Look. Look at that. He's making Ariana Grande look like Ariana Grande is just Italian. You know what I mean? My Mexican dad looks like Robert Downey Jr. He loved Iron Man. I mean, I don't know. They tried to get mad at, like, who was it? Was it Shia LaBeouf or whatever? Who was like a cholo? I just don't think the Chicanos give a shit. A lot of people try to make it seem like they do, but they just don't. A tax collector is just, especially if, like, straight up, I'll just say it. I don't know. I just don't think that. I do not think the Chicanos care, and they kind of like it too. On top of that, Especially if he looks cool. Like, if the character looks cool or if it's like a beloved actor doing it, they fucking ride for that shit. Yeah. They're very similar to Turks in that regard. Turkish people don't give a shit either. They're just like, oh, Turkey mentioned? Fire. You know what I mean? Oh, they're like Besiktas fans. OC Share settled 7.5 million for wrongful death of jaywalker they shot dead. That's crazy. Anyway, let's get started with some good news. There's a lot of good news and there's some fucking weird news, okay? So, let's get into it. Let's get it twisted. New York federal jury has found Donald Trump liable for sexual abuse and defamation in the E. Jean Carroll case.
To begin with this, so first, a historic verdict in a civil lawsuit against former President Donald Trump. Federal jury in New York decided very quickly, actually, that he is liable for sexually abusing and defaming writer E. Jean Carroll. Carroll had accused Trump of raping her and said he defamed her when he called her account a hoax and says, in his words, she's not my type. The jury did not find...
That was the dumbest defense for so many different reasons. Number one, does that imply that you are a rapist if someone is your type? Okay? Number two, if you say she's not my type, like, you know, try to at least make it seem like she's not your type. If that's your stellar defense here, don't get caught with your fucking pants down, pointing to a photo of her and calling her your ex-wife, which is what Trump did. I mean, when someone says, oh, that person is not my type, that's going to be hard to prove in a court of law, right? Obviously, it doesn't have to be beyond a reasonable doubt because this is a civil case. But like, even then, that's still kind of hard to prove. You know what I mean? You can just keep your fucking mouth shut. You can be silent. You can point to girls that you think look nothing like her to be like, that's my type, actually. But what did Donald Trump do? Donald Trump literally turned around, looked at a photo in a deposition they were doing, and pointed to his wife. Sorry, not his wife. Pointed to E. Jean Carroll and said, that's my ex-wife, Marla. Well, there you go. You know, good job. You did that. You fucked up. He's so fucking stupid, dude.
Trump liable for rape, but did order him to pay Carroll $5 million in damages.
Someone's knocking on the
Elaine
door.
Quijano covered the trial for us and is in the studio this morning. Elaine, good morning to you.
Good morning, Gail. After the verdict was read, Trump wrote on his social media platform, Truth Social, I have absolutely no idea who this woman is. This verdict is a disgrace, he wrote, a continuation of the greatest witch hunt of all time. The former president's lawyers say they will appeal the case.
E. Jean Carroll smiled as she walked out of New York City federal court Tuesday. It took the jury less than 3 hours to find former President Donald Trump liable for sexually abusing and defaming her, but they were not convinced he raped her. Carroll accused Trump of attacking her in a New York City department store in the 1990s. During her testimony, Carroll said Trump put his shoulder against her and held her against the wall of a dressing room. Trump denied the claims and said Carroll wasn't his type. While he didn't testify in court, jurors did hear some of his deposition. At one point, Trump pointed to a picture of Carroll standing to his left and said it was his second wife, Marla Maples.
That's Marla, yeah. That's my wife.
Which woman are you pointing to? No.
Here.
Dumbass.
Oh, so that,
The person you just pointed to was E. Jean Carroll.
Carroll's attorneys also called 2 witnesses who alleged they were grabbed by Trump in
Good
separate
job.
incidents.
You did it.
What the other people testified to was a grabbing of the genital area.
Are you familiar, I'm sure you are, with something that's often referred to as the Access Hollywood tape?
Yes, I am.
During the deposition, Trump was asked about the 2005 Access Hollywood tape, where he talked about grabbing women by their genitalia.
You can do anything. Grab them by the you can do anything. That's what you said, correct?
Well, historically, that's true with stars. If you look over the last million years, I guess that's been largely true. Not always, but largely true. Unfortunately or fortunately.
And you consider yourself to be a star?
I think you can say that, yeah.
This verdict is the first time that a former president of the United States has actually been found liable for sexual abuse.
After Tuesday's verdict, Carroll issued a statement saying, I filed this lawsuit against Donald Trump to clear my name and to get my life back. Today, the world finally knows the truth. This victory is not just for me, but for every woman who has suffered because she was not believed. Tony.
It's a win for E. Jean Carroll, another first for Donald Trump. Elaine, thank you very much.
Quote, the world finally knows the truth. That statement coming from writer E. Jean Carroll after she won her civil lawsuit against Donald Trump. A federal jury in Manhattan found that Trump sexually abused Carroll in a department store dressing room in the 90s and then defamed her by denying her claim. Trump has been ordered to pay Carroll $5 million, the former president reacting to the ruling.
It's crazy
on his social.
That Trump this happened to Trump before it happened to fucking Bill Clinton. I had to change my pants. It's like cold in here now. Because the fucking aircon is out. And I'm making another fucking cuppa. That's right. I'm making another cup of coffee, lads. A cup of fucking Joe in it. Yeah. Sorry. Fucking hell. Trump is fucking gone.
Platform. Listen to this.
What else can you expect from a Trump-hating, Clinton-appointed judge who went out of his way to make sure that the result of this trial was as negative as it could possibly be, speaking to and in control of a jury from an anti-Trump area, which is probably the worst place in the United States for me to get a fair trial. We'll be appealing this decision. It's a disgrace.
We should note it was an anonymous jury. Joining us now is E. Jean Carroll and her attorney, Roberta Kaplan. Welcome to CNN this morning. We're glad you're here.
Well, thank you for having us.
We'll all remember that you said, I'm trying to get my life back.
Yeah.
I'm here to try to get my life back.
That was why yesterday I was such a happy woman. I felt like we had accomplished that.
I'm not gonna lie. 5 million is pretty solid. You know what I mean? Especially with Donald Trump and how many women haven't gotten shit. You know what I mean? 5 million, milk them. Milk them dry, ladies. Get everything you can out of them.
You did.
Yeah.
Can you talk about what you were thinking as...
Does he even have 5 mil? Yeah. Good question. I don't know. I don't know what Donald Trump's finances look like. It can't be good. He's got to be selling so much more NFTs. So many more NFTs for that one.
The jury's decisions were read off in your mind.
We were sitting there like this. Robbie's hand, it was like holding a block of ice. And we didn't have any idea what the jury was going to do. The former president is incorrect. The jury was not from Manhattan. Where was it from, Robbie?
Mostly Westchester and North.
Yeah. And 6 men, 3 women. His kind of jury, actually. And so when the verdict came in, she squeezed my hand so hard.
Very far-right security officer.
Yeah, it's not on you, sir. It's not on you. You gotta check my bag, right?
No.
No? Okay.
Oh,
okay.
yeah, what do you got in there?
Oh, it's just like my gear. So it's like, yeah, cellular modems. Right here. So I got my cell modems.
Okay.
And then I have my encoder and my battery.
Knives,
no guns, no guns. I don't do that.
You don't? Oh, you don't?
I don't carry guns. No,
why
sir.
Not? You should.
I should? I mean, we are in Texas, right? So
yeah.
I'm from New York.
What is he going to say? Is he going to say, like, you know, black people are attacking your kind or some shit? Is that what he's going to say?
New York, if I carry a gun with me, there might be some problems.
Well, your governor is stupid. That's what the problem is.
Oh.
I've been following. I subscribe to a YouTube channel called Guns and Gadgets.
Yeah.
Premier source for.
Okay, this is way cuter than I thought it was going to be. You literally made you geared me up to make me feel like he was going to be like racist or something. He's like, yeah, I subscribe to a YouTube channel. It's very nice. I like it. Your governor's a doo-doo head.
Second Amendment news. She doesn't know that all the crap that she's doing is constitutionally illegal.
Oh, shoot. Yo, I'll have to ask who about it, yeah. I'll have to ask who about it.
Who's who?
Who asked?
Who do I ask?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, that guy, what the fuck? Yo, that's bold, brother. That's bold. Hey, respect. Respect. Fucking got his old ass, dude. God damn. Got him harder than the top of the hour ad break, which comes even in London at the top of the fucking hour. That's right, because at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break, lads. And if you no longer want to see those fucking ads, all you need to do is subscribe, lads, for $5 or for free with our Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You get one free Prime subscription a month. Use it on your favorite fucking broadcaster. You can also get gifted a sub if you're lucky. Is the 3-minute ad break now. Bold, because in Texas, half the people you use that may shoot you for it. Yeah, I know. I know. Sakuragul, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. How much is that in quid? I don't fucking know the conversion. Jen's got cookies. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. What is this?
Hey everybody, it seems like the ATF...
Oh, this is the content he was talking about. Guns and gadgets. Why can't I...
has increased their door-to-doorness. It's not even a word, but I'm making it up. Before I jump into that, I want to thank the sponsor of the video, and that's the Sonoran Desert Institute. Guys and gals, you've heard me say it before, and I'll say it again. If you're interested in turning your passion for firearms into a money-paying career, check out sdi.edu/G&G. They have a bunch of fields you can get an associate. You can take individual classes. They have classes on gunsmithing, custom kydex work, ballistics, the shooting sports management. There's all kinds of stuff on there. If you're interested in continuing your education, maybe getting a degree in the field to work with firearms for the rest of your life, check it out. sdi.edu/G&G. Links down below. Thanks to SDI for being a sponsor of the channel. They're continuing their efforts to go to people who have purchased items that were totally lawful, that they made a rule change, and have determined to be machine guns, and I'm talking about forced reset triggers. First, I'm going to show you a video, and then...
This is so boring, dude. Anyway, good for this guy. I'm glad he's learning about his gun. Let's get back to E. Jean Carroll.
I almost yelped, but it was a great moment.
What about when that first finding was found? This jury found that Trump did not rape you. What about that moment?
Robbie can explain the legal.
Sure, and I want you to, but I just wonder, Eugene, what went through your head when you heard that?
Well, I just immediately say in my own head, oh, yes, he did. Oh, yes, he did. See, that's my response.
So look, New York law on sexual crimes like this is complicated, and it's not probably appropriate for morning viewers. But the truth of the matter is that sexual abuse, which he was found guilty of, is a very, very serious offense. I'm not going to get into the body part situation with you, but people go to jail for sexual abuse. It's a very serious offense. And most importantly, E. Jean brought this case because she wanted her name back. As you said at the very beginning, she got her name back, and the jury found that he lied. And he lied about her maliciously.
I don't think anybody was surprised by some of the stuff we heard from the former president last night. Obviously, you addressed him talking about the jury. Another thing that he and his lawyers have often spoken about is the lack of disclosure about a big Democratic donor funding part of this case. Was there a reason it wasn't disclosed, and did you view this as political in any way?
No, I just completely forgot
Hillary?
that he even existed.
In your deposition?
She almost said Hillary. Get him.
Because Trump lawyers have called that, Roberta, a sign of bias. It raises questions about the motives of bringing this case, and I wonder what the reaction is.
So every single witness, every one of those 11 witnesses who testified in this case, testified under oath and told the truth, not because they don't like Trump, but because it was the truth. That's what this case was about. who was telling the truth. The jury decided that E. Jean was telling the truth. And there may be witnesses who don't like Trump. There may have been jurors, as Joe Tacopina said in his opening, who don't like Trump. But that process was about the truth under the law, and that's what the jury found.
I don't want to make this a political conversation, but the kind of dissonance between the moment yesterday on the front pages of all the newspapers,
All of them.
like getting your life back, something you've been thinking about and going through for decades, and then at the same time looking over and seeing that that man is also the front runner for the Republican nomination for president, and you listen to Republicans who were asked about this
CNN is
yesterday,
so
and it's
lived
some
up,
version of
dude.
what we heard for 6 years prior. Don't want to talk about it, dodge, say there's something corrupt about the process. Well, how do you kind of reconcile that moment, I guess?
Here's how I reckon it. Yesterday, the old view of what the perfect victim looks like totally changed.
What do you mean?
The old view of the perfect victim was a woman who always screamed, a woman who immediately reported, a woman whose life is supposed to fold up and she's never supposed to experience happiness again. That was just shut down.
I'm so fucking cozy right now. This is sick. This is next level streaming, boys. I'm not even kidding. I mean, I don't know why people don't do this more often. Just streaming from the bed like this. Oh my God. Oh my God. What if I fell asleep? Just casually. Just casually fucking fell asleep, dude. I was like, yeah, sorry, jet lag's killing me. Peace. And just, I'm so cozy. I'm so cozy. The vibes are pretty good. The vibes are pretty immaculate right now. You know, this Donald Trump case got settled. All right, let's keep going.
With this verdict. The death of the perfect victim has happened. Now, this verdict is for all women. This is not really about me. It's for every single woman.
There, in the courtroom, was an encounter, an exchange between you and the president's lawyer, Joe Tacopina. He came up, you shook hands, I believe. What did he say?
Well, Joe Tacopina is very likable. He's sort of like an 18th century strutting peacock. And people like him. So when he sticks out his hand to first he congratulated Rob.
First of all, she's right. Joey Tacopina, hey. How you doing, E.G.? How you doing? Fuck you. Hey, he should have done one of these. He should have been like, hey, how you doing? Fuck you. Hey, I'm Joey Tacopina. How you fucking doing? I'm the greatest Italian lawyer in New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. Fuck it, Delaware over here. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Joey Tacopina hasn't won a case in his life.
Robbie. And then he was congratulating people on the team. And as I put my hand forward, I said, he did it, and you know it. And then we shook hands, and I passed on.
Did he say anything in response?
No, he's a hail fellow well met. He went on shaking hands and smiling.
The response you got afterwards, you making the point, this is for all women. I think that there were a significant number of women who were certainly behind you in the case.
Bro, they're trying so hard.
CNN
is trying so hard to just, cut 10 minutes out of this. It is honestly admirable watching them just oh yeah, this verdict is not just for you, but for all women. It's like they're so, God, I love liberal television sometimes. This is one of my favorite types of liberal TV. Just gloat, man. Let her fucking pop off. You should pop off too. We all know what the real reason for your interest in this particular matter is. It's not like, oh my God, justice has been served here, ma'am. I don't think anybody gives a shit about that that much. this is yet again like one of those circumstances where like Donald Trump is getting his comeuppance, but in like a lighter offense. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm not mistaken on the details, he like her original. Okay, I have to sit up for this. Her original assessment of the situation is like, or what she said was that he was like trying to cop a feel, right? Which is like, you know, depending on which jurisdiction you're in, it's sexual assault or battery or, you know, sexual abuse, right? That's what happened. Overall, I feel like, are you wearing shoes in bed? No. What are you, crazy? I would never do that. No, I got socks on.
In the case, in the hours since, I don't think you've had a lot of time to check your phone or calls or emails. What's the response been, given what you were laying out in terms of the perfect victim being shattered?
There are no words. There are no words. I just now saw the headlines. I'm really sort of taking in the moment and the overwhelming flood of a lot of hate. That's part of it.
Donald Trump
but
und
an
ein
overwhelming
Sexmonster.
amount of relief and joy and feeling of at last, and the surge of, there's a sort of a feeling of victory that at last somebody has held him accountable in a courtroom, thanks to Robbie Kaplan. So it's such a mash of overwhelming emotions. It's hard to put into words.
What about appeals? We heard the president say they'll appeal. Our Paula Reed, with her brilliant legal analysis on the program earlier, talked about that. This is a tough appeal to make. And what would the grounds be when the Trump team didn't present a defense and he didn't step foot in that courtroom?
Yeah, so
your perspective?
You heard Donald Trump on the tape say that the judge here, Judge Kaplan, no relation to me, went out of his way to be unfair. Actually, the opposite is true. Judge Kaplan in this case went out of his way to be fair to Donald Trump. He gave him multiple opportunities to show up in that courtroom and testify, and Donald Trump decided not to. There are no issues in this case on appeal. They'll make them, but there are no serious issues on this appeal.
How are you going to appeal? Right. How are you going to appeal when you didn't show up and offer like any sort of counter testimony? That's a wild, I mean, I don't know. He's just claiming. No relation to Judge Kaplan, my ass? What does that mean?
If Trump had come into, well, first, do you wish he had come?
Yeah, I do.
And what would you have said?
I would have loved to have seen Robbie put him on the stand. Loved it. I just would have loved it. If you've seen any portions of the deposition, that was Robbie doing the question.
We have.
It would have been a glorious moment. However, I think he was frightened. I think he was frightened. I think he was frightened of her.
What's next? I mean, this has to be an all-consuming.
I'm going to go get a dog for my dog, because so he needs somebody to play with, so I'm going to get a dog. I'm going to go to the pound, get a nice dog for my dog.
$5 million. Are you going to see it?
Oh, you know what? I was even unaware of how much it was. Robbie had to tell me, this is not about the money. Not about the money. This is accomplishing something that I set out to do many years ago, is to get my name back. And that's what we did.
But you will see it.
That's what I was
promise
going to ask. I'm going to ask
Carol.
you next.
Ask the lawyer.
I promise you that Eugene will see each and every penny of that $5 million.
Can I end on something that I think is really important in all of this, and it's the fact that New York passed this law.
Yeah.
The Adult Survivors Act. They passed it just a few years ago. Were it not for that law, you never would have been able to bring this case. And I just think it speaks to the importance for a lot of other survivors.
Exactly. I would never have this window, this year of having the ability to bring a lawsuit for rape. Robbie can explain it better.
Well, Eugene actually helped to get that law passed. It passed last year. We filed, it was Thanksgiving Day, was the first day you could sue. We filed just after midnight on Thanksgiving. And there are a lot of other women throughout the state and hopefully throughout this country that they will get other laws like this passed in other states. And New York women should use this law while it's still around, which is until next Thanksgiving.
Yeah, because there's a reason women stay silent. They're ashamed and they're frightened and they're worried about their kid. This law gives us that 1 year window. It's a brilliant law.
Eugene Carroll, Roberta Kaplan, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very unfair law. All right, it's time. Now that we had a little bit of good news, let's talk about some bad news, okay? Gay men are under attack in this country. And no, I'm not talking about the UK where I'm at. I'm talking about the United States of America. Okay? George Santos is victim to a homophobic attack by the feds.
Outside the courthouse on Long Island, Bryn, what are you hearing?
Yeah, we're just hearing, John, that George Santos is in custody and this indictment has been unsealed. I want to give you some quick details as we're going through the paperwork. He is charged on a 13-count indictment, according to those court documents. The charges include 7 counts of wire fraud, 3 counts of money laundering, 1 count of theft of public funds, and 2 counts of making materially false statements to the House of Representatives. Again, we're just getting this indictment. It has just been...
Bullshit. It's bullshit. I wish Austin was here right now to give his take on the matter, but, you know, I'm sure he will probably say the same thing. He should be allowed. As a gay man, he should be allowed to do that. Okay? He's innocent. Your Honor, he's innocent. Also, he should be allowed. Even if he's not innocent, he should be allowed to do it. That's my take. That's what I believe. Let him go. Let him out.
Been unsealed. We're
Free
hearing
him.
that Santos is inside the federal courthouse here behind me, and he has been arrested on these charges. And of course, we're learning that he will see a judge later today, very likely on these charges. But we are still going through that paperwork to get the details of these counts. Again, though, 13-count indictment just unsealed, including wire fraud, money laundering, theft of public funds, and 2 counts of making materially false statements to the House of Representatives.
Just look that up. All right, Bryn Gingras for us outside the courthouse. Bryn, thank you very much. We'll let you dig through this indictment more as more details become public. Thank you very much.
Indicted, now it is unsealed, and now he is in custody. Wire fraud, LA money laundering, theft of public funds. What do you make of that?
So we have not seen the actual indictment yet, but based on that description,
Okay.
let's sort of run.
All jokes aside, I gotta say, I told you so. Remember when everyone was talking about George Santos this, George Santos that, and for months, I kept telling you, it's the money. Okay? There's always money in the banana stand, and it's literally the money. Hasanabi has some low energy vibes from the UK. Brother, I have slept for a total of 4 or maybe 5 hours over the course of the past 48 hours. The fact that I'm currently up is literally insane. Okay? I went to bed last night at 9 p.m. and woke up at 1 a.m. and I haven't slept since then. So, like I said though, I told you, jet lag isn't a thing, by the way. Dude, what is that? Is that like a Twitter take? I love that. That's like... My man said circadian rhythm, it was made up. Well, it's a made up concept. That's such a TikTok take. I love that. Thank you. I love that. Yes, he's right, for sure. No matter what happens, another Hasanabi rule, I think, for at least this chat, is that no matter what happens, there is always going to be a guy that... There's always going to be a guy that fucking agrees and goes, yeah, no, he's right, actually. He's literally right. Why are you guys booing him? Like, he's right. It's closed for dinner service. Oh, that's tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna order room service probably. So I can keep fucking staying up. This guy said jet lag isn't a thing, by the way, and just moved on, which I love. Respect.
And through generally what these statutes are. Wire fraud is a very broadly used statute that basically says to steal anything from anybody by lying to them. The wire part just means you did it over the internet or the phone, something that's always going to apply. Excuse me. So this is going to apply to some sort of fraud whereby George Santos presumably took money from somebody else by lying to them. Then we have money laundering. Now that means taking the proceeds, the money that you stole, and hiding it somehow, trying to conceal it from investigators. Then we have theft of public funds. Now that's interesting. That means not only did he steal money from some private individual, but it would have to be some sort of public money, some sort of federal or state governmental money. So I'm interested to see what that is about. And then finally, making materially false statements to the House of Representatives. This is what we were talking about, I think, before, Sarah, that you have to make certain campaign-related disclosures to the House, of course, lying to the House, whether during verbal testimony.
Okay, we're going to pause this for a second. I'm sorry. I'm going to get back to the George Santos thing in a brief moment. But for the time being, I got something important to do. I'm going to order room service. That's right. I'm going to order some fucking room service. Wait, can I pull this out? No, I can't. Fuck. Oh! Almost dropped the camera. That would have been bad. Okay. What do we got here? Snacks, starters, and salads. Chicken and noodle soup. No. Lancashire cauliflower and truffle soup. Mixed root vegetables. Potatoes. Crumble. Vegetarian. No. Niçoise salad. Mixed leaf lettuce. Sliced sashimi tuna. Tomatoes, potatoes, anchovies, coriander. No. 7&Y smoked salmon, horseradish, borough market sourdough. No. Dingley Dell charcuterie selection. Bread and butter. Pickles, sourdough, maybe. I do love me a nice charcuterie, yeah. Fucking do. Oh, what was it? They got jellied eels, that's what I'm talking about, fucking hell. Lads, jellied fucking eels. I like that. Want some of that for me, please. I like it. Love jellied eels. Very nice. Caesar salad, no. Berners Tavern superfood salad. What does that mean? Spinach, sweet potatoes, red quinoa, baby tomatoes, and herbs dressing. No. No. To follow, the club sandwich, toasted borough market sourdough bread, roasted English chicken, crispy Dingley Deli streaky bacon, Heritage Breed's egg, avocado, and fries. Sounds pretty good. Sounds nice to me. The Vegetarian Club, no, fucking absolutely not. Aged Scottish beef burger, Dingley Dell, smoked bacon and cheese, caramelized onions, pickles and fries, no. Thai green chicken curry, baby aubergine, pak choy, nam prick dressing, or vegan Thai green curry, baby aubergine, or I could get the ribeyes, fries, and peppercorn sauce. Not bad. Maybe the curry. What are we thinking? What are we thinking then? None of this seems appetizing, I'm not going to lie. To finish, treacle tart, lemon and honey gel, clotted cream ice cream, orange and almond sponge, mascarpone cream, orange and vanilla sauce, chocolate and hazelnut brownie, vanilla ice cream, option available. Vegetarian option available upon request. And then there's a Little People's menu. The fuck is this? A Little People's menu? Fuck you mean by that? Mains, ham and cheese toasty, cucumber and potato wedges, mini beef burgers, breaded chicken fillets, baked beans and chips, grilled Cornish cod, steamed greens, homemade fish fingers, peas salad, macaroni pasta, and then the desserts for the little people is ice cream sundae. What if I'm a big person and I want ice cream sundae, my lord? What about that then? Why do the little people get to have all the fucking fun food? Breaded chicken fillets? That sounds great to me. Fucking hell then. Then there's a night menu. And that starts at 10 p.m. We got some bevs, don't we? Bottled beer, spirits, gin, vodka, full bottles of champagne, little champy. Yeah, all this food is ass, bro. Order a cheeky pint. Fucking hell. I just had some cheeky Nando's. Gonna order a cheeky fucking pie now, innit? Get the eels, baby. Fucking hell. Not getting the fucking eels. Absolutely not. Who the fuck eats eels, lad? Who the fuck eats these fucking eels? Not happening. Oh, probably the club sandwich seems the most basic, but I do feel like they'll fuck that up too. Bloody Yanks. No. Dude, honestly, if it wasn't for colonialism, this landmass would have sunk a long time ago, okay? I don't know what the fuck these people would eat if it wasn't for, like, non-white people on this island. I'm not even joking. It's not a joke. I'm not kidding. It's actually crazy. Like, I had a decent breakfast this morning because it was just, like, eggs. They also had, like, what is it? Blood sausage? It's like this black thing. Black pudding, yeah. Black pudding. I didn't have it because it looked so scary. But, like, people eat that. Have you gone out for a succulent Chinese meal? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. Fucking hell. Have not done it. Haven't done the succulent Chinese meal. I'm gonna look up the fucking Postmates in the neighborhood. See what we can do here. Maybe, just maybe, there's something we can eat here. Something, anything, right? Trust me, get meat liquor, it's gas. What the fuck? Use Deliveroo, bruv. No, I'm doing fucking Uber Eats. Fucking hell. The whale tea. What the fuck is this then? What is this? Boba, flaming whale, brown sugar boba, and fresh milk with salty cheese cream on top. Fucking hell. Not doing that. It's barbecue. Not doing that either. Why the fuck would I ever get barbecue in fucking England, lad? Ooh, roti. Get some colonialism food. Chat forgets that I don't eat fish. Chat is right. Deliveroo, not Postmates. Why? Butter chicken. Just Eat is cheaper. Yeah, dude, I'm a fucking tourist, man. Daddy Donkey Mexican Grill. Yeah, I think I'm not gonna do that. Daddy Donkey Mexican Grill? What the fuck? I do want to torture March a little bit by making him eat Mexican food out here. I wanted to do it in Japan, but I felt bad. But I think UK is not as far as Japan, so it's like more valid. I want to try and get him to eat like Mexican food in places where like it's going to be dog shit. You know what I mean? Oh, they have Turkish food. Fucking hell. Turkish. Hold on then. I like that. I fucking like Turkish. Bro, I'm not even that... I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even that hungry. I'm just like... I'm looking at food specifically because I'm thinking like it'll keep me up. You know what I mean? Wagamama? Ooh, Wagamama's great. In Turkey, I mean. I've never had it here. But... Eat some fruit. Wagamama's a Dota streamer. Have you tried Iron Brew yet? I have, in America. One of you guys sent it to me. I had it in the States. Are you using Just Eat as the biggest UK food app? No. I think I'm gonna get roti. What is this? Egg noodles and coconut curry broth with seafood and chicken. Don't want that. 2 pieces of roti served with kari. What the fuck is kari? Roti King in Houston? Yeah, that's what I want. Yeah. You think that's good? Should I get that? It's bad? Warning, your posting license has expired. 100 Tesco Club Card points have been deducted from your account. Your £3 meal deal will cost £5 from now on. You will also only be able to choose from a chicken or ham sandwich. Failure to renew your license will result in the loss of more Club Card points. So Roti King is not good? Okay, fuck it. I'll figure this out later. All right, let's get back to George.
Or in documents that you file, that too is a federal crime.
So I was just sort of looking at this up, and that money laundering is, you can get up to 20 years. I mean, these charges are very serious and hold a lot of time potentially if he's convicted.
They are very serious. Most of these charges are going to carry 20-year maximums. Now, we have to be careful whenever we talk about these maximums because it's very rare, putting aside your murder type cases, it's very rare that anyone gets the maximum or anything near it. But ultimately, this looks to me like it's not all based on one thing. This isn't all about one transaction or one fraud. This
and not based on his resume.
Not absolutely
the salacious lies of his resume that we were first introduced to George Santos.
Right.
with.
None of this has to do with him claiming what his background is, his heritage is, his family is, his resume.
Right.
Now, prosecutors ultimately might try to introduce that at a trial to support some of these other charges. But no, this looks like, again, based on the charges, a sort of, well, it's atypical because it involves a member of Congress, but in some respects, a standard fraud and false statements case.
Eli Honig, stand by for a minute. We have our justice correspondent, Evan Perez, with us somewhere. I will look and find him. Evan, there you are. Evan, look, it strikes me, by the way, also, there are financial crimes here alleged, which generally means paper trail, records, cases that are tough for a defendant.
Bro, this is literally the least shocking thing that could have ever happening to George Santos. It was incredibly obvious from the jump that George Santos had illicit financial affairs, like from top to bottom, whether it be campaign contributions, mismanagement of such, failure to actually declare his campaign contributions adequately, misusing campaign funds, or all of these other charges, right? Like, it makes the most sense that this happened. And it's hilarious that the Democratic Party completely forgot about all of this or didn't bring it up at all. They had no idea that this was happening. It also is hilarious that Kevin McCarthy, who should know better, still stood by this man. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You knew this shit was gonna be... You knew that this was gonna happen. Like, it's not worth it. It was not worth standing by this guy. Like, he's gonna go to jail, and you fucked it up. The entire party is a fucking joke, dude. Both sides, actually.
Talk to me about the breadth of the charges here.
Well, John, look, I mean, the fact is that this is a congressman who's only been in office for 4 or 5 months, and there's been just a stunning number of allegations of frauds and lies that he's been facing and under scrutiny for. And it's clear, and this is something that we heard repeatedly during the investigation, the FBI and prosecutors knew that there was going to be plenty to work with here. They knew that there was a lot of paperwork. Every one of these things that he filed with a government agency was potentially a crime. And the fact that it took this long, I think some members of Congress yesterday were remarking that I'm surprised it took this long. Well, part of the reason was that they kept finding new things to investigate. And again, what you see here in this indictment is just the basics that what the Justice Department, what the FBI really, it's their bread and butter, which is to look at some of the financial statements that he's made, some of the things that he did to raise money, according to the indictment, which were fraudulent. And so those are the things that, as you pointed out, are very difficult for a defendant to defend themselves against, because either you filed the paperwork and it was false, or you didn't. And we know you filed it because we have it. So that's part of the problem here for the congressman. And we'll see, whether he decides to go to trial or whether there's a way for him to figure out a way to make a deal, as he did with Brazilian authorities just a few weeks ago, where he admitted to a fraud there in Brazil from several years ago, in order to avoid having to go back and face a trial there. So again, we're still reading through the indictment, 20 pages or so, to see what exactly he's accused of here. But again, so much that the FBI had to work with over the last few months.
Evan, stick with us if you will. I want to go to Caitlin Polance as well. Caitlin's joining us in Washington. Caitlin, talk to us a little bit more about one of the big questions all along has been also violations of campaign finance laws. What are you picking up on that?
Right. Well, this is a really meaty indictment. I'm still going through it. But even at the top, whenever you're looking at it, the thing that jumps out is that the federal prosecutors were able to discover political contributions that did not go to George Santos's political candidacy. So they say in this indictment that September and October in 2022, so not that long ago, he was taking in money that was supposed to be used to his candidacy into a company, but that was a false pretense. Instead, it was going to things like luxury designer clothing and credit card payments for personal.
I mean, dude. Like, it's just like, I don't know what to say about this. You know what I mean? Like, it's so gay. Like, what the fuck? And it's not, obviously I'm not using it in a pejorative way. Like, what are you doing, man? Like, what the fuck? I mean, I respect it. I love him. He's so cool. He's such a ridiculous person, dude. It's just, let him out. Let him out. Don't arrest him. Don't arrest him. This is literally a victimless crime, okay? Stealing money from Republican donors and then utilizing it not to, like, I don't know, cheat an election or anything like that, but to just, like, buy yourself luxury designer clothing is the funniest fucking thing you could do. Every day that passes and we learn more about George Santos, the more I like him. It's just weird because, like, I haven't seen him wear anything sick. It's always those, like, cashmere sweaters that he wears, so I guess that's what he was buying with the money. I don't know. Guilty of serving cunt? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Fuck it. Santos fan cam. Trust me, please. Just fucking Christ. It's just, I don't care. Sure, whatever. Just fucking cookies. Yeah. Allow all cookies. Hold on, I gotta sign into my Instagram. 1 second. the fuck is my code generator? What do you mean this code is no longer valid? It's super valid. What? Okay, I can't click on that. I can't watch that link. Sorry.
Expenses. He was soliciting it for personal expenses. And so that's a pretty meaty charge on its own. There are other violations here related to his political life. There are campaign finance violations that are outlined here. There are also violations relating to what he was telling the House about his own employment, about the money he had. But even that, we don't get a lot of more specifics than the luxury designer clothing credit card payment detail here in this indictment. But it really is on its own just an astonishing thing that he was taking in money from political donors, and it was going to, not that, it was going to benefit George Santos himself, apparently, based on what we're reading so far.
Caitlin Polantz, keep reading. You've got...
In reality, they're not after me, they're after you. I'm just in the way. See, when Donald Trump was posting shit like this, I didn't believe it. I didn't agree with it. When George Soros posts shit like this, as someone who's also a fan of like purchasing idiotic luxury, clothing items, I'm gonna go ahead and agree with this. Okay? Did I say Soros again? Fuck! Listen, don't hold this against me. I'm so tired. Okay? Calm down. Calm down. I'm tired. I'm sick. I'm tired. I'm tired of being sick and tired. Okay? It is what it fucking is. It just sucks. George Santos is what I meant. Paid for by George Soros? Yes, George Soros literally gifts subs at the top of the fucking hour. For all of you ungrateful motherfuckers who no longer see the ads at the top of the hour. But the ads still come and go. That is, of course, like I said, unless you're subscribed. Because if you're subscribed, you don't even see those ads. For $5 or for free, you too can avoid the ads at the top of the hour. Okay? You can also get gifted a sub if you're lucky. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. All clouds are bunnies. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. You are right. All clouds are bunnies, like literally. You should put that screen a little higher. Unfortunately, I don't have no control over where the screen goes because it's the television.
The paper copy right now. Please dig in more. Fill us in when you get this new information. Ellie Honig, based on what you just heard from Caitlin Polantz, what gives?
Yeah, so that's really interesting. So the idea here is the fraud is he said, okay, people who support me politically, donate to my campaign and I will use it to buy yards.
Snow glows white on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. A kingdom of isolation, and it looks like I'm the queen.
At first I was worried I could get copy striked, And now I realize there's no way because this is the George Santos version. I love that. That's such a fun little touch to the whole thing. Yeah, this is George Santos singing.
The wind is howling like a swirling storm inside. Couldn't keep it in, heaven knows I tried. Don't let them in, don't let them see. Be the good girl you always have to be. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. Well, now they know. Let it go, let it go.
Fucking
Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go, let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. Cold never bothered me anyway. It's funny how some distance makes everything seem.
Okay, I take it back. He should go to prison. Not even federal, county jail, I think. Most likely permanently. Report him, deport him, arrest him immediately. Gulag. It gave me that hurt my soul. It hurt my soul.
Signs and ads and win a seat in Congress. Instead, according to Caitlin's reading of the indictment, he basically pocketed that money and he used it for his own personal expenses, which you cannot do.
And this
that
is
a
after
fraud.
he's under scrutiny.
Why not?
This isn't pre-election. This is after he was already under scrutiny.
Oh my God! Wait, what? Wait, no. Okay, I didn't know that part. Wait, what? What? So, George Santos was reading headlines talking about how he lies about everything. Lies about being Jewish, lies about being from Ukraine, lies about having his, grandparents be Holocaust survivors, lying about his mom dying on 9/11. All of that was unfolding as George Soros was literally going, it's time for a spending spree, bitch? Did I say Soros again? Fuck. Man, I got George Soros on the mind, dude. I do. He's my goat. George, if you're out there, he's paying for a UK trip? Yes. I'm so tired. Fuck! I'm so tired.
According to what Caitlin just said, October, September of 2022.
2022 is right. That just happened. Yeah. So that's, he was up for election in, I guess, November of 2022. So it would have absolutely overlapped with the election itself.
This is, I hesitate to use this term, but I can't think of one better on the moment. This is JV stuff when you're raising money in a campaign. The one thing you know when you raise money for a campaign is you can't spend campaign money on personal stuff.
Why not? Who says? Who makes the rules? What, is that in the rule book? I'm finding out that's... My sources are telling me that it's very much in the rule book. Okay. Well... Whatever. If I look fly doing it, then they should let me do it. Straight people made the rules? Yeah, it's fucked up, actually. You're right. It's homophobic. It's homophobic. That idiot should have invested in CSGO skins. Someone already did that. Was I muted? I was muted the whole time? How the fuck did I even mute myself? I don't even know how I muted myself. You're ugly as fuck? God damn, that's hurtful, man. You've been muted for 2 hours, bro. Fuck, man. It happens like that sometimes. There's not much you can do about that. Hate to see it, hate to be it. All right, hold on.
Remarkably, in some sense, unsophisticated. I mean, we've seen politicians over the years sort of in more sophisticated ways, launder money, maybe that'll come into play here, but use it in ways where maybe it's arguable. Is this a campaign expense? Is this a personal expense? But the things that Caitlin just laid out, that are laid out in the indictment, are seemingly undoubtedly personal expenses. So if prosecutors can prove that, and by the way, prosecutors are going to be very careful before they bring a charge against a sitting member of Congress. So if they can prove that, then that'll make out the wire fraud claims.
And you made the point that this has happened fairly fast. So the evidence, they have to have it in order to go forward with this, obviously. They've got paperwork, and we will have to see. We do have something now coming out from the court. Bryn Gingras is joining us now live. She's got an update for us, a statement, I understand, from the DOJ.
Yeah, that's right, Sarah. We learned that the grand jury returned this indictment yesterday, and now we have this 13-count indictment, a statement. I want to read it in full to you. It's quite long. It says, this indictment seeks to hold Santos accountable for various alleged fraudulent schemes and brazen misrepresentations. Taken together, the allegations in the indictment charge Santos with relying on repeated dishonesty and deception to ascend to the halls of Congress and enrich himself. He used political contributions to line his pockets, unlawfully applied for unemployment benefits that should have gone to New Yorkers who had lost their jobs due to the pandemic, and lied to the House of Representatives. My office and our law enforcement partners will continue to aggressively root out corruption and self-dealing from our community's public institutions and hold public officials accountable to the constituents who elected them. And of course, he went into office just in January, but we know that the investigations into him were before that. My colleague Mark Morales is learning from sources that Santos actually turned himself into the FBI office in Melville, New York, and was then taken here to the federal courthouse. And that's why we didn't actually see him drive up and go in. But he is in custody right now. We do expect him to go before a judge on these 13 charges. It's unclear of that timing as of now, but a pretty strong statement there from the DOJ.
Tucker Carlson announcing plans to relaunch his show, this time on Twitter. Carlson made the announcement in a video posted to Twitter.
You can't have a free society if people aren't allowed to say what they think is true. Speech is the fundamental prerequisite for democracy. That's why it's enshrined in the first of our constitutional amendments. Amazingly, as of tonight, there aren't many platforms left that allow free speech. The last big one remaining in the world, the only one, is Twitter, where we are now.
All right, my panel is back. We also have Los Angeles Times op-ed columnist LZ Granderson and CNN media analyst Sarah Fisher is joining us as well. Sarah, Tucker went on to say that he's going to put his show on Twitter. What is a Twitter TV show?
That's a great question. I think we're all dying to find out. Twitter, of course, has character limits, but when you subscribe to Twitter Blue, its subscription service, you get a little bit more space. Now, you can add a video to Twitter, not a full hour-length video, though, Allison. That's going to require a lot of work on the back end. I would imagine if you were to do a show, it would be truncated, so it wouldn't be that full hour.
I ordered some room service. On the George Soros end, like I said, I told you so. There's not much else I can say other than the fact that it's a witch hunt. It's homophobic. The rules are made by straight men. They should allow you to be beautiful. Did I say Soros again? Okay, George Santos. Fuck, man. Oh my god. Hopefully after getting this food, I'll be able to wake up a little bit. That's the third time. I know. What did you order? I ordered the club sandwich and the Thai food. Fuck it, YOLO. I'll taste test it. See which one's better. Do you miss Kaya? More than anything on the planet. Daddy's money's getting to your head, isn't it? Yeah. Where are you at? You said wood paneling is a sign of shady shit going on? Yes. I am currently in a facility that you've probably seen before many times over. This is the facility that men go to when they are racist, when they're going to be racist. Wood panel walls behind me implies I am going to be extra racist. Everybody already knows I'm racist, but I'm going to be extra racist now. Yeah. I'm live from Tucker Carlson's house. I lied. I'm not in England. I'm in Nantucket.
You guys, look, this is the beginning of the ability for me to address and defend myself. We have an indictment. We have the information that the government wants to come at.
Who the fuck would defend this guy? Like, that's the thing I don't understand. He's so dead to rights, caught. Like, why? It's not like he's not like a must-have kind of dude in the party. You know what I mean? He's not like Donald Trump. He doesn't command a base. It seems like his own voter base hates him. You right now, yeah. I mean, I'm jokingly defending him and shit, but like, if I am to, for a second, put my serious hat back on, it is very weird. Like, it is very odd that he's this like fraudster who's been doing fraud very openly. Like, hasn't really been hiding it. I don't know. I mean, Democrats should probably do a better job of like utilizing it to be like, look at how fraudulent the Republican Party is. Like, they're literally defending this guy. You know, this entire party's integrity should be called to question. But we already knew that, you know, that sort of thing. They could just be like, you know, they could get a lot of mileage out of this. They could just like say that the Republican Party are a bunch of fucking fraudsters. They're a bunch of charlatans. And of course, because of that reason, they're like literally defending George Soros or George Santos. Fuck! God damn it. Oh my God. I need to wake the fuck up. Seriously, I'm starting to get mad at myself. It's been 5 times. 5 times now I said George Santos. Allah söyletiyor vallahi, bak görüyor musun? Amına koyayım ya. I am not the sharpest in the toolbox. But yeah, I mean, everybody knew this was happening. Democrats should probably utilize this a little bit better. I don't know what else to say.
After me on, and I'm going to comply. I've been complying throughout this entire process. I have no desire not to comply at this point. They've been gracious in there. Now I'm going to have to go and fight to defend myself. The reality is I'm sorry, it's a witch hunt. Because it makes no sense that in 4 months, 5 months, I'm indicted. You have Joe Biden's entire family.
Wait, what? Dog, it just means that, like, you're that bad at doing crimes. What the fuck do you mean? Like, dude, this is one of my favorite types of defenses that you see from... Donald Trump did the same shit, where he did the reverse, where he was like, it took years to indict me. Believe me, this investigation took way too long. Which means it's a witch hunt. It's like, no, man. It just means that, like, that investigation took a long time because they didn't want to fuck it up. And in this circumstance, this investigation took a very short time because you didn't even like do anything to cover your tracks. You were doing some of the most transparent, flagrant fucking campaign finance violations. And it's not like other Republicans haven't gone to jail over this before. They have, right? This happened to that California representative who took campaign finance, and bought like CSGO skins and shit, and a golf bag for himself. So yeah, Duncan Hunter, Representative Duncan Hunter, he did this shit. He got caught. Very strange that he's like, oh, it's a witch hunt because it took four months. That's crazy. Like I did this crime, sure, but like it took him that quick to catch me. It's fucked up. You shouldn't take me to jail for that.
Receiving deposits from nine family members receiving money from foreign destinations into their bank accounts. It's been years of exposing. A lot of you here have reported on them, and yet no investigation is launched into them. I'm gonna fight. I'm getting back to that. I'm gonna fight.
This is so funny. Oh yeah, Duncan Hunter was also Vape Nation. Yeah. Yeah, it's like, dude, you can't arrest me, sir. Other crimes are happening. Okay, got it. Thanks. No, that seems like a solid fucking case, man. It seems like you really thought this through. Just like when you were doing your crimes, you were clearly thinking through. You had a really good grasp on how to do it. You're killing it. He's like, well, what about all the other crimes that may or may not be happening? I'm sure there are some other crimes out there. Like, who the fuck? If you have a base, I guess if you have a base of support, this kind of stuff might stick, right? If you have like, if you're like Donald Trump, if you legitimately have like a stranglehold on a particular part of the Republican base, then this kind of stuff you have to go along with. Like the Republicans have to go along with. Okay? But you don't have that. You're not him. I hate to say it. Because George Santos' base is sitting right here in this chat right now. His unironic base of support is mostly people in this community, and even us would think it's pretty funny if he went to jail. So, like, who's gonna let you get away with this? It's very, very weird.
Fight my battle. I'm going to deliver. I'm going to fight the witch hunt. I'm going to take care of clearing my name, and I look forward to doing that.
Good luck. Good luck. Good luck. Oh my God, he said he's going to...
Does anybody believe you now?
Well, like I said, I will prove myself innocent, and then we'll move from there. And re-election is a very far time away from now.
Are you planning on running for re-election?
Yes, I am.
Bro, he said he's going to run for re-election. What the fuck? Yo, he's crazy with it.
You'll win re-election?
That's not up for me to know.
You'll win re-election?
That's not up for me to know. Elections are very tricky, and it's up to the people. I trust them to decide what's best for them.
Elections are very tricky. Not for you, though.
You guys...
Elections are very tricky. You take campaign finance and you misuse it. Who knows where you're getting the money from?
Is grasping.
All that good stuff. Oh, fuck.
Tucker Carlson.
All right. Is there more George Santos clips that I'm missing? Because if there are, I would like to watch them. If there aren't, then let's move on to Tucker Carlson. All right. So... another big piece of news was that Tucker Carlson... Dude, this room is so dark. Like, what the fuck is going on here? There's got to be, like, better lighting in here, man. I truly don't understand why this room is so fucking dark. Some of these hotels are so weird. It's penis lighting? Yeah, it's like cool and moody. It is, but it's like kind of annoying. This is the most high quality 2018 Hasanabi stream ever. What do you mean?
Allegations for like lies that you've told over the time, things that you've done, not investments, businesses you've been a part of. Like, I mean, after
business, not is, right? One.
After a while, people were like, "What a smoke that's fired." Like, he's kind of like a liar.
Okay, well, I mean, look, if you want to say that, that's fine. But
no, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, do you understand how people can come to that conclusion, or do you think they just all full of shit?
No. I understand people can come to that conclusion. I never dismissed that, right? I mean, sky's blue, right? So I think we can agree on that, right?
Yeah.
I'm not dismissing that.
Right.
I'm just saying that folks are trying to to create a fire where there is no fire. There's a lot of folks in the media that a
lot of smoke, though.
Sure, go ahead. You can say there's smoke, but not necessarily fire, right? I might I have been in a place more than once where I got caught up in something that I had nothing to do with, and then does it give a bad perception? Sure, but it wasn't me.
Gotcha. You have a lot of.
Wait, why did he say the sky is blue when he was talking about like you lied? Like, he's so confidently saying he's a liar while simultaneously saying he's not a liar. And I don't understand it. Like, what's the goal here? What the fuck? Bro, I can't believe motherfuckers say LaFib, like, oh, LeBron is the GOAT at lying when, like, George Santos exists. Come on now. I mean, it's fucking crazy. All right. Let's get to Tucker Carlson.
Announcing plans to relaunch his show, this time on Twitter. Carlson made the announcement in a video posted
He's so
to
done.
Twitter.
Dude, it's so over. I'm sorry. Anyone who's ever watched a fucking Twitter video knows one thing and one thing only, and that is Twitter video is dog shit, okay? Good luck to Tucker Carlson. Yeah, you're going to do a 30-minute show on Twitter? Suck my dick, okay? No one is going to be able to watch more than a minute and a half without that shit fucking reloading, okay? Are you joking? Twitter does not have the bandwidth. Twitter, even before Elon Musk, was horrible at serving video. So that's number one. I have a lot of thoughts on this issue. I'm going to get to the rest of them in a second. But here's Tucker Carlson's dumbass monologue from his wood panel house.
You can't have a free society if people aren't allowed to say what they think is true. Speech is the fundamental prerequisite for democracy. That's why it's enshrined in the first of our constitutional amendments. Amazingly, as of tonight, there aren't many platforms left that allow free speech. The last big one remaining in the world, the only one, is Twitter, where we are now.
It's funny. I mean, I love saying that, like, Twitter is the place for free speech when we all know that that's not the fucking case, okay? It's not. It's not
my
the case
panel
for
is
free
back.
speech.
We also-
It is ridiculous that, like, Twitter is considered the platform for free speech when it's like free speech is not paying Elon Musk, okay?
Of Los Angeles Times
What
op-ed
the fuck
columnist.
is happening? Why does this keep fucking restarting? Holy shit. Why didn't you go to Parler? Good question. Possibly because Parler is bullshit. Can we watch the full Tucker Carlson video? Yeah, let's do that. Let's watch the full Tucker Carlson video. Is it on YouTube? Because I don't quite feel like watching it on Twitter because let's be real. It's just gonna be really hard. It's gonna be hard to watch a whole video on Twitter. Not Parler. What was it? Getter? No, Getter's the one that shut down. Parler's the one that's still alive, right? Rumble. Why didn't you do it on Rumble? Oh, here it is.
Hey!
This is a 3-minute video of Tucker Carlson. We're going to have a hard time watching this. I'm a bet.
It's Tucker Carlson. You often hear people say the news is full of lies. But most of the time, that's not exactly right. Much of what you see on television or read the New York Times is, in fact, true in the literal sense. It could pass one of the media's own fact checks. Lawyers would be willing to sign off on it. In fact, they may have. But that doesn't make it true. It's not true. At the most basic level, the news you consume is a lie of the stealthiest and most insidious kind. Facts have been withheld on purpose, along with proportion and perspective. You are being manipulated. How does that work? Let's see. If I tell you that a man has been unjustly arrested for armed robbery, that is not, strictly speaking, a lie. How does that work? Let's see. If I tell you that a man has been unjustly arrested for armed robbery, that is not, strictly speaking, a lie. He may have been framed. At this point, there's been no trial, so no one can really say. But if I don't mention the fact that the same man has been arrested for the same crime 6 times before.
Do you think this might be a conspiracy to increase Tucker's reach by putting him exclusively on Twitter? I remember when the Super Bowl, when Rupert and Elon sat next to each other, quite the coincidence and interesting timing. No, dude, what are you, crazy? No. Rupert Murdoch does not want Tucker Carlson to leave Fox News and like have prominence. What are you, out of your fucking mind? No. Tucker Carlson, if I'm not mistaken, is owed $26 million. That's the number I saw. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong on this. And he's like willing to forego that in order to keep pumping out content, because he knows that he will lose relevance. Fox News will starve him out. If he wants the $25 million, he's going to lose everything. Like, in this media cycle, in this day and age, dude, if you're not steadily pumping out content, you're fucking gone. You're yesterday's news. But you're probably yesterday's news if you're a conservative commentator, regardless, when you find yourself online. What do I mean by this? Well, what I mean is simple. There are big dogs in the online sphere. Daily Wire comes to mind, right? They do not have a fraction of the real politic power that Tucker Carlson has. Tucker Carlson, on primetime television at Fox News, was able to bring the likes of Kevin McCarthy and bully them. Politicians openly talked about on background, and even anonymously, and even sometimes openly, how terrified they were of Tucker Carlson's influence and the power that he held. And you saw it. I mean, they would literally go on his show and be berated by him. So a lot of that was not because Tucker Carlson is a particularly effective propagandist. He is, certainly. But because that is the primetime slot. The entire purpose of Fox News is to manipulate the Republican Party to better do the bidding of their corporate masters. Okay? That's number one. And number two is, Tucker Carlson on the primetime slot commanded a gigantic audience of primary voters. Tucker Carlson on Twitter, on the other hand, is an entirely different story. The reason for Tucker Carlson's prominence is the primetime slot, as we already talked about. But now that that's gone, and he's not even on TV, and he's on Twitter instead of like YouTube with the Daily Wire or, I don't know, any other fucking platform, he's super duper cooked. You can look at like these 3-minute videos and how many views they have on Twitter and be a fucking absolute baboon about it and think like that 22 million Twitter views actually means something when it doesn't. Okay? Especially considering that Twitter video counts as a view as long as like 50% of the video is showing as it auto plays on your fucking timeline as you're scrolling past it. Yeah, that's not real, dog. Those aren't real fucking views, okay? It's entirely different than like having every goddamn retirement home and every goddamn every goddamn airport, playing his shit on TV nonstop to a captive audience. Okay? Doesn't work that way. If Bill O'Reilly fell off, if Glenn Beck fell off, if Megyn Kelly fell off, Tucker Carlson is also going to fall off. And Megyn Kelly actually went to another TV network after, and she still fell off. No. Now, it won't look like Tucker Carlson fell off. Why? Because he's on Twitter and because Elon loves him. Okay? so it won't look like he fell off because they'll juice his shit. They'll make him as unmanageably annoying as humanly possible. He won't shut the fuck up. He will keep getting like a tremendous amount of views on Twitter. And worse than that, journalists will constantly talk about it because, let's be real, myself included, we are media demons. And anyone who's in the media loves Twitter and can't shut the fuck up about what's going on Twitter. Now, there's funny moments that come from that, like the Good Doctor episodes that have been popping, you know, Dr. Han versus Dr. Surgeon. Not a great representation of autism, in my opinion, but, you know, what are you going to do? And then there are really annoying versions of this, like, for example, every blue check mark that is saying the dumbest shit with the utmost confidence on the platform. Okay? Tucker Carlson represents the blue checkmark brigade. He says things that they agree with. He says things almost specifically to them. That is the reason why I believe Elon will juice him. That is the reason why I also think journalists will constantly talk about him. I can't believe Tucker Carlson said this. We got to write a Daily Beast article on it. You know, week after week after week until it gets boring, and then inevitably journalists stop. But having said that, Tucker Carlson will no longer have a fraction of the real world political capital, political power that he once had when he had the Fox News primetime slot. That's it. He's cooked. It's Jover. That's what I think. It might not look like he's cooked, but he actually is.
Am I really informing you? No, I'm not. I'm misleading you. And that's what the news media are doing in every story that matters, every day of the week, every week of the year. What's it like to work in a system like that? After more than 30 years in the middle of it, we could tell you stories. The best you can hope for in the news business at this point is the freedom to tell the fullest truth that you can. But there are always limits. And you know that if you bump up against those limits often enough, you will be fired for it. That's not a guess, it's guaranteed. Every person who works in English language media understands that. The rule of what you can't say defines everything. It's filthy, really, and it's utterly corrupting. You can't have a free society if people aren't allowed to say what they think is true. Speech is the fundamental prerequisite for democracy.
Okay, it looks way creepier now, right? Bro, this shit literally looks like a fucking murder room or something. I kind of like it though. It's vibey. It's a bit spooky. My food's gonna be here soon, by the way, and I'm very excited about that. All right, I'm gonna go pee real quick. Cook like a rotisserie chicken? Yeah, I do have the rotisserie chicken waiting to be bought vibes in here. You look like you're in the movie Drive.
Democracy. That's why it's enshrined in the first of our constitutional amendments. Amazingly, as of tonight, there aren't many platforms left that allow free speech. The last big one remaining in the world, the only one, is Twitter, where we are now. Twitter has long served as the place where our national conversation incubates and develops. Twitter is not a partisan site. Everybody's allowed here, and we think that's a good thing. And yet, for the most part, the news that you see analyzed on Twitter comes from media organizations that are themselves thinly disguised propaganda outlets. You see it on cable news, you talk about it on Twitter. The result may feel like a debate, but actually the gatekeepers are still in charge. We think that's a bad system. We know exactly how it works, and we're sick of it. Starting soon, we'll be bringing a new version of the show we've been doing for the last 6.5 years to Twitter. We'll be bringing some other things too, which we'll tell you about.
Who's we,
but for
motherfucker?
now, we're just grateful to
what
be
is
here.
this? Are we speaking
Free
French?
speech.
Are we speaking French? We. Who's we? He keeps saying we're coming. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. Who is the we? Bro, you have a Twitter show, dog. Welcome to the fucking Little Leagues, bitch. You're officially under me, okay? Suck my cock, Tucker Carlson. Guess what? I'm on Twitch, okay? I'm on Twitch. It's a platform that is literally better than Twitter. Think about that. Every dumb motherfucker that's chirping on Twitter literally would love to be in my shoes instead. All those motherfuckers that constantly are in the shit like, oh, Hassan is not doing enough activism. because he didn't give me $1,000 personally, so suck my dick. Oh, please subscribe to my Substack. All those motherfuckers inevitably want to become Twitch streamers or podcasters. Tucker Carlson is literally a level below podcasters. Think about that. Think about how pathetic that is, dude. Oh my God. At least have the dignity and go to like AM radio or something, you fucking idiot. You went on Twitter? Oh, Jesus Christ, this is so good. You're literally a poster, dog. Welcome to Poster's Paradise. Now, you're in the muck. You're in the thick of it with all the rest of the mentally ill charlatans of the fucking world. Have fun. You went from primetime television, you blew it, and I don't know if it was because you were like fucked Rupert Murdoch's like wife-to-be, you know, former fiance, or what you fucking did, but here you are in your plaid shirt, in your fucking wooden house, talking about we're gonna bring it back. We're gonna do white supremacy on Twitter. Suck my dick, dude. Good luck. Tim Pool is gonna lap you, brother. You're so fucked. Oh, it feels great. Oh, it feels so fucking good to see it, dude. God, couldn't have happened to a worse person, you know what I mean? Oh my God. Oh, chef's kiss. Dumbass. So good. Bro's in the piss dimension. What's this lighting? I'm using the Tucker Carlson filter.
Is the main right that you have. Without it, you have no others. See you soon.
Damn, this guy's good.